Hello and welcome to Iceland Roundup. I'm your host Jón Trausti. With me today are Sindri Eldon and Aðalsteinn Kjartansson.
Hello.
Sindri is a former Grapevine contributor and a longtime friend. Aðalsteinn is a journalist at a local newspaper or magazine, whichever we choose, Heimildin or The Source. And today we're just gonna skim through 3 to 5 pieces of news that have caught our eye in the past week or so.
Is that your English name, The Source?
No.
Because that's like a hip-hop magazine from back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't before this, but after this, it's definitely going to be
The Source.
English
Awesome.
name.
Yeah,
The
represent.
Source,
That
yeah.
paper was the shit. I love that paper.
It was a 90s hip-hop thing?
Yeah.
From where?
They have back issues of it at the Two Guys, the burger place. I flip through it sometimes. There was some hard-hitting stuff there.
Like, did they
Lots of like Black American culture stuff and interviews with just like 90s hip-hop guys, like, you know, interviews with...
Wow, that sounds
Method
like
Man and-
really similar to what we do at The Source today.
So who killed Tupac? Stuff like that?
Well,
Well, you know.
I'm no journalist. I don't feel entitled to say these things.
No, I wonder, to completely change the subject, I think we should maybe start with yet another volcano passing out and ceasing to erupt.
Yes, wow.
Yeah, this was eruption number who the hell knows by now?
Yeah,
7, 6, 8,
I
something
mean,
like that?
we know that this will be going on for the next like 200 years.
Yes.
So we can't get excited for each.
The blink of a geological eye, yes.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we already had...
How wild is it, though, that it's just becoming, like, commonplace? It's just like, oh, yeah, it's another volcano. Like, that we've literally lost count of how many volcanic eruptions have been within, like, you know, viewing distance of our homes.
it's a little bit like the Northern Lights. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always nice to see, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to like experience the Northern Lights.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I want to go inside now. I'm cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it happened really much faster than I anticipated because, like, we've had eruptions since 2021 in this area, and for the first 2, 3, or 4 of them, they were actually, you could actually hike to them, and a lot of people did that, and tens of thousands of tourists did that.
Yeah, I mean, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
think
did
I think I went thrice or something. Like I went a few times. It was great, but then these have been inaccessible for various reasons. It's like, first of all, they've been erupting on the same fissure line, so on top of a very recent lava field, and then on top of another one. So
Yes.
it would be pretty stupid to walk there because you can always fall through the fairly recently solidified lava.
Yeah, that I always think that it's stupid to go there, but then I see these like waves of buses taking people to the Blue Lagoon, driving over like newly paved roads on top of the hot lava. So maybe it isn't stupid to go there. Maybe it's just like a nice experience.
Anything that makes tons of money is not stupid, by definition. We all know that.
Wow.
Capitalism, right? Hooray for capitalism.
Yeah, like I guess no matter what has been thrown at the Blue Lagoon, sort of sitting on top of the magma chamber that feeds into that fissure land that erupts now every 6 or 8 weeks, they have, I mean, I haven't counted the days, but it's been closed for like maybe 3 weeks
In total.
In total,
Yeah.
like nothing this volcano has thrown at them has kind of made them close down longer than for a week or 2.
Yeah, and I mean, that is sort of interesting as well. Like, the Blue Lagoon angle is like, if just theoretically we had, you know, they would go bankrupt because of volcanoes, like, would the government swoop in and save them?
Yes,
Yes,
definitely.
every
Yeah.
time.
It's too big to fail.
Yes.
It's like our pension funds are like hooked up in this. If the Blue Lagoon fails, if it fills with lava and gets ruined,
Yeah.
I mean, we will have to. I don't know what
Cut-
we have
Well,
to
we
do.
Basically,
we have
they
to
can't
cut our
build another
pensions.
one in a different place.
No, but
can
they're
they?
like
Would they?
diversifying,
Yeah.
and they're trying to have all these fake lagoons all around the country. They're building like 7 of them now, so you can go swimming in a lagoon-like environment.
I mean, this lagoon is not an actual lagoon. It's a runoff from the power plant there.
Yeah, it's man-made.
Yeah, it's man-made.
Yeah.
So it's no less sort of true
It
to form
depends
than-
how you define lagoon, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it doesn't. A lagoon doesn't have to be natural.
No, I guess not.
The capitalized way to define nature's wonders.
No, but it's stayed open through all of
I
this.
mean, if you want to go after it for false advertising, I'd go after the blue part because it's obviously white. You get
No,
there,
it's
like-
blue.
Really?
Yeah, light blue.
Yeah. My wife says I can't tell colors apart.
Yeah, I think
there's something wrong with my eyes.
I'm inclined to trust your wife.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm inclined to say that the old Greeks had no word for blue. So maybe it
Yeah, it
doesn't
was
exist.
brown. The sky was brown to the Greeks, right? Yeah.
Well, at least we'll have another eruption in a few weeks, and I guess we will be mildly not curious about it. At least locally, we'll be like, yeah, there's another one. And the Blue Lagoon will probably continue to stay open.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean,
my
I ge-
pension fund that I pay into is like a big investor in this.
I mean, it's expensive to go like to bathe in the Blue Lagoon. I can't remember exactly what it is, like 120, 50 bucks or something.
Yeah, it's like outrageously expensive.
But at this point, it actually seems like it's worth it because it's like a thrilling experience.
Yes.
It's
Finally, it's worth it.
You could have to be escorted out in your bathrobe into chilling winds, yeah.
I mean,
It's
just
a-
the thing with driving over the lava
Yeah.
and then
yeah,
going into the lagoon,
I've-
watching the parking lot filled with lava.
Yeah, it's basically like yeah, that's true. The parking lot got swallowed up by lava a few weeks ago. So now they have to park in Grindavík, which is a town that nobody lives in anymore.
If I would have been there when that happened to see the parking lot slowly covered with lava, it would almost make the ticket price worth it. Like just to be able to see that from up close. It's like, wow, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Especially after maxing out the 3-drink allowance they give you at the lagoon. It's like, oh, fucking A, man. This is awesome.
Well, from volcanoes to our next favorite topic, whales. It's technically not news from this week. It happened late last week, but the current prime minister in a, well, what do you call these, lame duck governments?
Yeah, soon to be former prime minister.
Soon to be former prime minister was kind of just holding the reins until a new coalition is formed subsequent to the very recent elections here. He issued a 5-year permit for whaling to 2 companies, which has ruffled many feathers. People are unhappy about it. And I guess the precursor to this is that the previous minister of the fisheries, and the prime minister is apparently sitting in that ministry too, had refused to issue a permit.
Well, no,
No?
there was a
Clarify this.
permit.
There was a permit.
Yeah, and the minister stopped the whaling season.
For
Oh.
1 year, right?
No,
No.
just for like because of animal welfare
Issues. Okay.
issues.
Yeah.
And the minister wanted to give some government agency or body to time to like deep dive into what was actually happening and how these practices were carried out. And then a new minister like said, okay, we're going to continue with this until the license expires, which happened now. And usually the companies, if they want the license, they apply for it in like January or February. But now we had called like snap elections, and the parties that are like for whaling, they were like they lost power, and something had to be done. So the interim prime minister,
In this caretaker government.
yes, he appointed his man, Jón Gunnarsson,
Oh yeah.
a member of parliament,
Oh
and
my God, yeah.
a great friend of the owner and CEO of like the only whaling company that catches like what's it called?
Minke whales or
no,
fin whales. Fin whales. Yeah. Christian
these,
Loftsson
of huge whales.
Of Hvalur HF.
Yeah.
Which, if I may interject, it's called Whale Limited.
Yeah.
It operates out of Whale Fjord, and it whales.
And it whales, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, they are ensuring that the whales will be limited.
Exactly. yeah. And his great friend, Jón Gunnarsson, who's a member, or used to be a member of parliament.
And a former minister of the interior, was it?
Yeah, and the minister of justice. And
I think we can safely refer to him as an apparatchik at this point. It's like a fucking party hack.
Okay,
you can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah, he had announced that he had like quit politics after losing out to this.
To another party member in the preliminaries for the party.
Yeah. And he just like walked out of that meeting and I quit. I'm never going to do politics again. And then a week later he showed up like number 5 on the list that the party like.
For the elections.
Yep.
Yeah. We have a party system here, and anyway, it's never mind.
You could explain.
Well, it doesn't really matter, but he was up for election now.
And at the same time, the same exact time, it was announced that he would be the minister's special envoy into the ministry
of fisheries. Which gives out
these
permits.
Yeah. And
no conflict of interest there at all.
No,
it seems perfectly legitimate. You did like we should point out here that there was a expose recently previous to these permits being given.
Yeah, before the elections.
Before the elections that you covered in Heimildin,
the source. The hip-hop magazine.
The hip-hop, the Icelandic 90s hip-hop magazine.
And what a hip-hop election it was.
And, I mean, I think it's, if I may say, probably an unheard of sort of scope of for like a covert operation, but a foreign private investigating firm called Black Diamond? No, what is it called? Black Diamond?
Black Cube.
Black Cube, something sinister. Anyway. They were hired by, I guess it has sort of been revealed that there was an involvement in some Icelandic environmental group.
Yeah,
but
we don't really know.
But it's probably based on who they are and how much stuff like this costs. It's probably an international organization.
Yeah.
And they had a decoy operation, or whatever you want to call it. They got Jón Gunnarsson's son
and business partner
to meet them.
It's not like a 12-year-old boy, it's like a 46-year-old.
He's older than all of us here. And they wined him and dined him, and it was supposed to be the cover was some sort of a real estate deal or something.
Yeah.
But you covered this, so it's much...
Yeah, well, I just woke up one morning and had in my inbox like these videos.
Yeah, of this meeting.
Secret recordings of these meetings that where Jón Gunnarsson's son and business partner and who also was like a whaler. He had like connections to 3 mink whaling companies before. He was describing in like detail this quid pro quo deal Jón had made with Bjarni, the prime minister, that he would like put his name forward in the election for the independence party here in Iceland in return to be put in a position to
grant whaling
make sure that the Hvalur HF Whaling Limited would get a continued permit. And these permits are like they're one of a kind. Usually these permits are for 5 years, but this permit, it like extends automatically after each year. So it's like an unlimited permit with 5-year like what's it? Uppsagnarfrestur.
Whales Unlimited.
So it's now, so it's basically Whales Unlimited now. Yeah. Whaling Unlimited.
Yeah.
But so there's like you can sort of
pursue the last whale to the horizon. Leave no whale alive.
Well, there are some restrictions because of Hafrannsóknastofnun.
So basically, you covered this prior to the election.
Yeah.
there was all sorts of flack flying around towards you and towards the media in general, obviously for like doing the story.
Yes.
Obviously, the classic first move of Jón Gunnarsson, the father of the victim here, in quotation marks, was to like basically accuse you and your organization of having organized this giant, what should we call it, ploy, which is, well, at least Jón is not short on imagination, we can put it that way. But at the end of the day...
What funds do you have to hire these people? Like ad space in your paper?
I mean, obviously we didn't.
No, we know we
fund
did.
this, but
Let's just get that out there.
just I have to say it, but I wish I had like the resources to do something of this scale. I wouldn't put it towards this exactly, like this undercover sting operation, but I mean, imagine this had like, if I had these funds to do something with, I mean, that would be like a whole new reality.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to edit that helicopter out of the sound for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you had that money.
No, that would be a completely different ballgame. Well, I think the problem with
were the video recordings, were they made public?
We have published one 30 seconds long, but it was like 4 hours in total.
Wow. And is it like from like a breast pocket or like a fake bag? Or?
Yeah, it's something that's put on the table.
Wild.
In the restaurant they're meeting, so you can see like. Not, I mean, it's not a professional recording.
No.
It's obviously, it's like in a keychain or a pen or glasses or something. I don't know.
It's a very spy movie stuff.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
But after this, it was like the consensus was that no one was gonna like grant these permits. It's just like the new government after elections would like handle this thing, and maybe they grant a permit or maybe they don't. But after the elections, after the government actually just like officially lost its support in
massively,
the parliament, yeah, I mean, then they make this decision and say just like, yeah, we're gonna allow whaling for the next 5 years.
I like the storyline of this. You have the story, and the story is like, this is gonna happen next, as Jón Gunnarsson's son says. Then there is like this interval of Bjarni Benediktsson, the Prime Minister, and other people denying that this was ever the case, and this is a whole fictitious thing, and this guy is just making it up. And then exactly the thing that he said, like that was originally said, actually then just plays out perfectly according to script.
Yeah, like they gave away the ending.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's kind of like by reading, you start reading your crime thriller by checking out the last 2 pages. Kind of a situation.
Did you guys ever think that that Bjarni Benediktsson was gonna do otherwise? That he was actually gonna, not let them whale?
I don't know. I really don't know.
No, I mean, nothing really. Very few things that he does actually surprise me at this point. But.
And I mean, whaling is allowed by law.
Yeah.
It has been since 1949 or something.
Yeah, I think also there's that part where...
they kind of hide behind sort of the legality of it without really... everyone knows it is a societal issue, sort of, that it is this very polarizing thing, but they always sort of, no, this is like a legal matter and needs to be, we need to follow procedure here.
Well, I mean...
No, what I mean is, like, it isn't a surprise that the party that supports whaling, like, grants this permission when there hasn't been any change, like,
in the laws.
The laws.
Yeah.
So,
and there's not been a consensus on changing these laws so far.
Yeah.
Might change now. I don't know. It's in all, like, in a sort of, in the context of sort of the business aspect of whaling, if we end on that, I mean, none of this makes any sense anymore.
No.
Whale Limited or Unlimited, whatever you call it, loses money on this business.
Yeah, but they like make hefty profits on other things.
Yes, on other things, but not on this.
Not on this.
What do they
all.
make profits on?
The-
They sell like staplers or something?
No, they have like shares in other fishing companies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
And the market for this, I think, used to be mostly Japanese, and the people who would eat this have mostly died off, it seems.
But have you tasted whale?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, a long time ago.
My mother,
Not proud of it, but
in the 90s, we ended up with like half a
Half a whale.
half a minke whale calf in our freezer. And
You must have had a big freezer.
we did, and I've tried every conceivable
Yeah.
version of a minke whale. What happens is that they will, even though they're like at minus 18 in a freezer,
Yeah,
they will start getting really weird really soon.
yeah.
So eventually, like, even though they were like covered in like bread, like a Milanese steak or whatever they're called, like a Viennese chicken
oh, like
thing.
a Kiev
Schnitzel,
or
like a
something?
schnitzel, yeah. They would still be
A minke
unedible.
whale schnitzel.
Yeah, like even
That's
like,
some Jonte shit right there.
like
That's some,
4
Jonte's
months into this,
childhood.
even our
Par
cat was
excellence.
like, no way, I'm not eating that. I still had to go and eat it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway, from trying to kill the last white whale, we should probably move into something else.
Yeah, if any whales are listening to this podcast, then I'm sorry.
Do you guys want to talk about that cat? Is that
Yes, I love that cat.
Yeah.
what's the name of that cat again?
Diegó.
Diegó. Yeah, Diegó is a cat that got abducted, right, from
Yep.
where it lives in
A stationery store.
stationery store.
In
Oh,
like a,
yeah,
like
in-
a shopping hub in Reykjavík.
Right.
Yeah, Skeifan.
Skeifan.
The true center of Reykjavík.
The true center of Reykjavík.
Yes, in many ways, I think sort of the best representation of Reykjavík there is. Just
It has
like
everything that-
soulless, consumerism,
Wow.
not laid out on any grid at all. It's just
I
utter
really
chaos.
want to object to this. Like, Skeifan is like the soul of Iceland. It's
mean,
like the melting pot of culture.
I feel like it works more like a sort of like a in terms of sort of,
It is the real Iceland. I mean, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
but also works like more like the object of a black hole. It sucks you in. It's really easy to get into Skeifan.
Really difficult to get out.
Really hard to get out.
Yeah, but the people who took Diegó, they got out quick. I mean,
Because they were on foot.
Yeah, they
They
took
were
the bus.
yeah.
Yeah, they took
They
the
took
bus.
the bus. That's you can actually kind of walk from Skeifan and reach like a bus lane that actually gets you quicker out. It's the car thing. You drive into there, you can't get out.
And if you go walking, if you go on foot to Skeifan,
that is very dangerous.
yeah, it's like you have to pump up your life insurance before doing something.
Yeah,
like that.
absolutely. And it's I think I should probably explain what Skeifan is. It's basically a parking lot filled with stores, kind of by now located pretty much in the middle of Reykjavík.
Yeah, I mean, it actually is the true center of Reykjavík. If you look at
Geographically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and it's like the shortest distance to each neighborhood. It's like from Skeifan. So, and it's
The
like
travel
a-
time to Skeifan is then half the travel time from Skeifan. Then.
Yeah, yes,
just to
basically.
murder that joke.
But Skeifan is a fascinating place. I mean, I go shopping in Skeifan, like for groceries, and I also buy my furniture in Skeifan. We have 2 furniture stores, one high-end, one low-end. You
Yeah.
have Rúmfattalærin,
Yes. Jysk.
Jysk, the Danish one, and then you have Epal. It's like the most expensive furniture store you have in Iceland.
Yes.
It's
By a margin, the most expensive one.
Yeah, and then you have like the stationery stores, and there's like a party store, but there are also like the oldest cafe in Iceland, Cafe Milano is there. Then you have like all this food you can get.
Is Milano still there?
Yeah,
Yes,
Milan.
yes,
You
it
have
will never go.
you have a KFC there.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there used to be a McDonald's there.
And the weird Icelandic chicken joint, right? Or is that gone?
Hanin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's still
No,
there.
it's
The
still
rooster
there.
is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of an
There's
institution in its own way.
there's a Subway.
Yeah.
It even has like a 66 degrees north outlet.
I mean, it's basically like a mall that's not in a building.
It's
just
a strip mall.
Yeah,
And
it's a series of weirdly laid out strip malls, basically. for
Yeah,
context.
if it had a chapel, it would be a proper strip mall. But it's missing the chapel. There's no chapel in the area.
Really?
Yeah.
Some
Oh, we can like make something work there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have like
That was
this.
nice. I got married in like a public building. It would have been way cooler to get married in Skeifan.
I thought you were gonna
Go
tell us
straight
you,
to- go
you
straight to
got
KFC.
married.
So,
No,
so
no.
like, so
But you
just-
also have like
Not to my
industrial.
recollection, but yeah.
It's like you have like electrician shop.
yeah.
and,
There's like a, I mean,
a woodworking place. And
there's a lot of sort of like real economy stuff there.
Yeah,
like if you want to get your like buy a new lock or a keychain or
You can get your car inspected there, like get
Yeah,
your
you can-
yearly car,
precisely.
whatever.
while
Yeah.
you like go to Ríkið.
Yeah, while you go to the liquor store, that's true.
Yeah.
Ríkið, good old Ríkið.
It's in the same building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drink and
they-
drive.
They think of everything.
let's call it drink and drive. But
Is that the name of the podcast? No.
it's
No, it's
becoming
the name
that.
of that building in Skeifan.
Yeah. The old drink and drive.
Yeah, but the cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were talking. This ended up as a standalone segment about an area.
You
Called
should
Skeifan.
really go and show people around in Skeifan.
Skeifan is a wonderful place, but it's
Maybe-
about a cat that apparently lived in, A4. It's called
Yeah,
that.
a stationary
Yeah, at Hagkaup.
Stationary
store.
store.
Yeah.
And Hagkaup, which
The
is a grocery store,
yeah.
24/7. And somebody just took it.
Yeah.
Does it technically belong to anybody?
Yeah. It like across the street where you go to the bus. Like
Somebody. Okay.
somebody owns this cat. It has a home. He always rips off his like collar, so he looks like a
stray cat.
Stray
Okay.
cat. But he hangs out at these stores and has like his own bed in Hagkaup, the grocery store. And,
Yeah, at
and
A4 too.
A4,
You walk in, he's got like a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think it's I think the reason that people fall in love with Diegó and other cats like this is especially here is this sort of thing is sort of a rarity here. I feel like just because of I don't know culture or climate or something, like you rarely have these kind of random things that everyone likes that just sort of happen and they work, and like the cat is sort of taken care of and everyone is sort of decent, and the sort of
Almost everyone.
yeah, and then you have to have this one person who just like steals a cat, and it seems like a very how does it end? Like the cat is back now, right? The cat was
the cat was
returned.
found.
Yeah.
At this
And
person's home.
It had been stolen and gifted, right?
It was supposed to be a gift, a Christmas
gift.
present,
Right.
to someone.
All right.
Who stole it? It was like a boy, right? Like a kid.
I don't think they.
It was it's not.
His identity has been kept secret.
Yeah, and with good cause.
At least the cat is back. So next up,
You get so desperate looking for Christmas presents for some people. Though. It's just like, what do what do I give? What do I like? Like,
true.
Diegó.
what do I give my girlfriend for Christmas was such a big thing when I was like, in my 20s and teenagers. It's like, oh, this will be a really funny thing. I'll like steal the cat and give it to her. She'll love it. It's just like, you have so much to learn about women.
Well, and I guess from that cat we have to turn to something a little more serious, or of a more serious nature. There was a municipality election this week where the people of the town of Þorlákshöfn, which is about, let's say, 40 minutes east of Reykjavík on the south shoreline, said no to a company called Heidelberg, a German company by the name of it, would start operations in their municipality. And you may know a little more about this, Aðalsteinn, than I do, but it involves shipping basically mountains of sand out of the country.
Yeah, they were going to mine Iceland.
They were going to mine Iceland and ship it off to somewhere else.
Export Iceland. This thing called Móberg in Icelandic. I have no idea what it is in English.
Sindri, you
Móberg.
got any clues what Móberg is?
It's like a type of rock.
It's a type of rock that is it's quite brittle and not very
All
sort
right.
of.
Yeah,
am I going to be the one Googling this while the grown-ups talk about it?
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody has to do it.
Yeah. I'll do it. Keep talking.
And this.
It is a type of rock that forms in volcanic eruptions under ice. That's all I know.
Yeah, and it's like pretty common in Iceland.
Yeah.
Not so common in Europe, and you can use it in like cement. and I don't know what else. Maybe nothing
I
else.
guess that's what they
Tough.
Yeah.
tough.
Tuff.
Well,
Is that
Yeah,
real?
that's tough.
that's very very tough.
I think Google Translate has fooled me too many times. I'm gonna
Gonna
turn
ask
to-
the
turn to other
artificial
sources.
intelligence.
rock
there
consolidated from volcanic ash. Yes,
Yep,
that
okay.
sounds like something we would have
A lot of.
an ash load of.
yeah.
Yeah, but so basically,
yeah, they wanted to like build this huge plant
Mhm.
and have like cars, like what's it called?
trucks, like
trucks,
like
huge
trailer trucks
trailer
driving on the
trucks
roads
drive every like 2, 3, or 4 minutes, like
across a road which is the most driven road of tourists in Iceland.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
like
towards the
it was a huge operation which would have changed like just like how it is to live in Þorlákshöfn.
Mhm.
And like a huge majority of people in Þorlákshöfn just said no, we don't want this. And the CEO of Heidelberg in Iceland, this former minister,
unsurprisingly somehow.
yeah, who like
Wait, like minister, as in like
He was a member of Viðreisn, and he was in
Yeah,
oh
so-
that kind of minister,
Yeah.
not like a priest, like a,
no,
like a
not
government-
not an ordained
like a
minister.
cabinet.
no,
Yeah, not an
Cabinet,
ordained cabinet member. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yep.
sorry,
No, it's good. We should be clear about these things because
yeah, because the other thing like could also have
happened.
in
Yeah,
Iceland.
ordained minister turned CEO.
I mean, there was this ordained minister who just like was appointed the CEO of Vestmannaeyjarferjan, Herjólfur.
Oh, yeah,
the ferry
right.
that goes between the Westman Islands
and the
and
mainland.
Þorlákshöfn.
Yeah, and Þorlákshöfn sometimes.
Yeah, he just quit his job as a minister in Seljakirkja in Breiðholt
No.
to become this boss of this shipping line. So I mean,
I
Interesting.
guess
it
the
wasn't.
ocean needs Jesus too. I guess.
It's an interesting
Yes.
career trajectory. Let's put it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, the CEO is relatively unhappy about this.
Yeah,
vote having
he
turned against
just
him?
said something in the line of like the people of Þorlákshöfn, they will like regret this decision.
Jesus, it's not ominous at all.
Iceland, the Sicily of the North.
Yeah.
I mean,
The entire
Ominous threats.
town will disappear into one of those trucks and just be shipped off to somewhere.
This had been, I mean, hadn't this been pretty like, it was supported by the mayor of the town, wasn't it? Elliði?
yeah, the majority, the Independence Party has like a single party majority in Þorlákshöfn,
Mhm.
and they appointed as mayor this figure in Iceland.
Called Elliði Vignisson, a former mayor of
Of
previously mentioned Westman Islands.
exactly, and they were like really for this.
Mm-hmm.
They supported this, and there were some reports in The Source, the 90s hip-hop magazine, earlier that the mayor had some like financial connections to people who are connected to Heidelberg. It wasn't like money changing hands or like this.
But interest,
Manila-
he had interests in this happening. Let's put it that way.
At least it appeared that way.
Appeared that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not be too specific.
Yeah. But he was actually like his reaction to the voting result was like it's just like super good to have this so clear, and there's no doubt that people of Þorlákshöfn don't want this, and now we can like put this behind us.
All right.
So
Well,
it was just
that's nice of him to to not whine about it.
It's a remarkably sensible thing.
To say, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm?
yeah, and for the majority who like said just like yeah we
We accept this.
we accept this, and we're just gonna like work from this point. We have a history of Icelandic politicians like don't want to ask the people of the country their opinion, because if they would be on a different opinion, it would be a in Icelandic called pólitískur ómöguleiki.
Yeah, political impossibility,
Yeah,
which is when your voting constituency wants to do something you do not want to do,
yes,
which makes it impossible.
yes.
We don't know how the logic of that works, but that's what it is.
So yeah,
Well, that's at least sort of a happy note. At least we're not exporting both whale meat and the rest of the island.
And literally our own country.
Well, we don't know because Heidelberg has some other options. They're not finished. They have been like putting something over 1 billion Icelandic kroner into this project.
So they just need to find the right
Is it
municipality.
the moss? Are they going to take all the moss?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I mean, that is one thing we kind of do have a lot of.
Moss,
Yeah.
But it's like slow growing, so if you take it...
Which makes it all the more valuable.
Yeah.
You can't just grow it. I mean, you can, but
It takes a while.
I think you can literally grow it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess this is it for now.
Oh, really?
Thank you both for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yes, thank you.
And we should maybe exit on names again. I have been Jón Trausti from the Reykjavík Grapevine.
And you still are.
I have been and still are, and we
Did
will
not
remain.
transition at any point during this
Nothing
episode.
changed during this endless 40 minutes or whatever it is.
Yes.
We have Sindri Eldon
Hello.
and
Goodbye.
Aðalsteinn Kjartansson.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.